Everybody, welcome to another live stream. Sorry, distracted. Distracted. Oh, man. Give me a second here. But hello, everybody. There we go. All right, we're good. We're live. It's working. Okay, quality is not amazing, but hopefully that picks up. But hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I hope everybody is doing really well and having a really good day. I apologize that I am starting as late as I am. It was a very late night last night, and I'm feeling kind of tired. I slept okay though, so at least you know it is what it is. That's why I'm as late as I am. But we are getting started. We're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate today, which is really exciting for me. It wasn't what I was expecting to play. I actually was thinking I was going to do Dave the Diver today, but I ended up downloading it last night. I tried it a little bit on my handheld, and I really like it. Only a little bit, like literally the opening scene, the first battles that are part of like the beginning tutorial section. I love Buddy. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna regret that. Anyways, so no worries. So anyways, I'm gonna be playing some Baldur's Gate, and the plan is to just do that. I'm gonna start a new character because I have played just the intro, and I don't want to play the intro. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just continue with my character. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll continue with my character. Just because I'm starting way later than usual, so my usual friends that watch me, they may end up not being around, only because it's like it's really late. A lot of my friends that watch me are in Europe, so we're looking at like 11 o'clock at night for them. So we'll see. Restream seems to be really delayed right now, which is weird. Because I just got the alert that I'm live, so maybe something's wrong with. There we go. Okay, maybe something's just wrong with Restream, and they're just really delayed. Twitch is on though. Okay, it seems like we're live on both, so maybe it was just a weird glitch. But yeah, so we're gonna be playing some Baldur's Gate. Maybe I'll start a new character. I've been using one character on my handheld, but I've been messing with the settings, so I haven't been fully paying attention. There is a lot of story at the beginning, so we're gonna do that. It's also gonna be nice to see it full graphics. The only weird thing I'm getting this weird glitch where my frame rate is like in the ground, like the game is running at like sub 5 frames a second. It's like a frame a second maybe. Whenever I put the streaming PC into 1440p, which is what my monitor is, but I have a 3070, so 1440p is nothing to this video card. But the capture card for some reason can't handle it. I have a feeling that I would have to restart my streaming PC. I think the software glitched out a little bit, but it's fine. At 1080p, it seems to be It seems to be running okay. So we're just gonna leave it at 1080p, and I'll endure the low quality. Brian, how's it going, man? How's your day? How are you? Okay, yeah, I have a feeling that Restream was late, because I was sitting at 0 viewers for like 5 minutes. And usually I at least have one viewer, which is me. So it was really weird, but it looks like we are definitely going to be live now. So it kicked in really late, but I hope you're doing well, Brian. But yeah, so I guess we'll get started. I literally have only done the intro section, which is like the opening cutscene. Then it does battle. Then it does another cutscene. Then it does a battle again. And then you start the actual gameplay. And that's all I've done in my original file. I have died multiple times, so maybe I'll start a new character just to make it a little bit more unique here on stream in case anybody comes back and watches the VOD and they can see, you know, everything that I do. And that'll be that. So I guess we'll get started. I'm really excited because the little bit that I have played, I've really enjoyed. So I guess we'll start a new game. Wow! That was loud in my ears. Aaron, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Anybody who is watching and doesn't know anything about my channel, I am live on Twitch and YouTube. I stream on all my platforms all at once. I know it's against the rules. I don't suggest anybody else does that because it is against the rules and you don't want to get yourself into trouble. But I don't care. You know, right now my channel is pretty quiet, so I'm okay if something goes wrong. But outside of that, I am live on everything, so I know some people don't like to watch on TikTok, and I am totally cool with that. So just letting you know that I am live elsewhere. And if you are curious in watching on a bigger screen, feel free. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing the windows a little bit. If you are interested, you can definitely watch on a different platform, which will be a little bit easier. Aaron, we are playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is just released. It's been out for a while, so it's a little bit complicated. This game has been in early access for like years now. I think it's like 2 years it's been on early access. So people have been playing it, but it was limited. They had certain sections of the game you weren't able to play. Certain features and settings weren't available, or they would like replace them. They would put one in and release and like get rid of another one. So you couldn't really get the full experience. They just released this game. It seems like a lot of people who are not into the CRPG, ARPG, you know, westernized RPG gameplay, they're not really aware of this game until now because it's like blowing up in the charts. This game has been praised by everybody, and I think that it deserves it. I made a video about Baldur's Gate like 3 months ago, and half of it was people being mad at me because I was calling out Xbox, but the other half was a bunch of people just saying, I don't know what game you're talking about. I've never heard of this game. And basically it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's what it is. And so I am very excited for it because it's made by Larian Studios, and Larian is one of my favorite studios. They did Divinity Original Sin, and they did a phenomenal job in that game. And I think I have got like between 30 and 40 hours in that game. And this one is supposed to be bigger, but far more constrained. So less of an open world, but more of a live world. So I am very excited for this. It is Dungeons and Dragons though, and it's supposed to be very complicated. And I've played a little bit. I think I put in it's set on my Steam thing about 47 minutes. But most of it was me like fiddling with my settings because I was playing it on my handheld. And so I was messing with the settings for most of it. So I've only done a couple of things in the game, and yeah, it's very, very complex, but I'm very excited for this. I'm definitely excited. It is a top-down RPG, so it's one of those, like, I click and the character walks to it, but it's not like Diablo where it's like action. It's you take turns attacking each other. You take turns, you know, defending and moving, and so it's a lot slower paced. But it's definitely Dungeons and Dragons, so it's pretty intense at times. Like the one first enemy that I fought killed me in one hit, and it was like instant death. And they were like low level first enemy you face type of thing. So I'm excited. So I guess we'll get started. Let's make our character. Let's watch this opening scene because it is beautiful. Oh, stupid allow access. Yes. Let me in. Nicholas, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome to our little corner of the internet. I hope you are doing well. Oh, I better message Preston. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. This Stormtrooper, hello, nice to see you. This setup has taken a very, very long time. A very long time. I appreciate the compliment though, because I'm pretty proud of it. I like my setup, and this is only half of it. The other half is in boxes, and the shelves are in another room. But I will be setting up in a few weeks where I'll have like the whole room set up. And I'm really excited for that. That's going to be really nice. But thank you. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is a Dungeons and Dragons RPG game. And as you can tell, I could just feel that. As you can tell, it's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up. Michael Jackson, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Ugh. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Ah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's nice to see you too, man. It's nice to see you too. Mr. FOV, how you doing, man? After you messaged me, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And then I was watching YouTube and a video popped up because I have like a handheld PC, and I was just looking up videos about like how to set it up, like how to get like the most out of it and stuff, learning how to tweak it. And then a video popped up showing this playing on it, and that got me kind of excited. And then I saw a video of this guy, RTG 85, RTG, R something 85. I don't remember his name right now. Crap. Is it RTG? Is it RTG? I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. Uh-oh. Oh, excuse me. RT something. He's all over my For You page, and he's not right now. Not For You page, my subscription thing on YouTube. RGT. I knew it sounded weird. RGT85, and he does like a variety of gaming content. He talks about news, he talks about rumors, he shows like emulation consoles and stuff. And he did. Hey, Tiger, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope your life is treating you okay. You know. I haven't seen your beautiful face on my For You page in a while, but I do see you on my Instagram. So every time I remember to check Instagram, it's nice to see your face. But I don't really see you on my TikTok anymore. But I hope you're doing well. I hope life is treating you okay. Nicholas, give me just a second. So Mr. FOV, I saw RGT85, who does like a variety of stuff, but he doesn't talk about this game, like this style of gameplay ever. And he did a video about this game where he literally says, I don't know anything about Larian. I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate. Like, I've never heard of this game. And he did some research, and even he's admitting that this game looks pretty amazing and that it's getting like amazing reviews. And then I saw another video where like one of the first proper reviews, because all of them have been reviews in progress because nobody's had access to the full game and it's so big. And one was a proper review and it just sang its praises. You know, obviously it's an RPG, so there are glitches and stuff, but they just went on and on about how amazing it is. And as soon as that happened, I was like, I gotta get it. I can't not get this. I need to. I'm a huge fan of Divinity. I have to get this one. So I downloaded it last night. I played for like 40 minutes on my little handheld. And it was great, but my handheld, you know, it's a 7-inch screen. It's tiny. I wanna enjoy it on the full screen. So I'm starting a whole new character, and we'll see. Or maybe, welcome back, as this is not your first adventure. Tutorials have been seen and will not appear again. If you would like to see them again, you can reset tutorials. Let's not reset them, because I'm assuming it's just the messages, but the gameplay will still be the same. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. You know, it's It sucks when it comes to like For You pages and stuff and like social media friends, especially ones that live like on the other side of the planet, because I don't always get to see what you guys are up to. But I think about you, and so I'm glad that you're doing okay, you know? I'm glad you're doing okay. Oh, dude, yeah, I couldn't even imagine, especially all the tests you've had. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine. I've only gotten lucky that I could get this because I had some leftover money on my like stream donation stuff, because I haven't really bought anything. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna indulge myself. So Nicholas, what kind of games do I play? I play a variety of stuff. Like, I am the epitome of a variety streamer, because you get some variety streamers that are like, I'm a variety streamer, but everything they play is first-person shooter. I play everything. So, like, this is the first time I'm playing Baldur's Gate on stream today. But yesterday, I was playing Elden Ring. The time before that, I was playing Dave the Diver, which is a little indie, like, restaurant sim-style game. I've also been playing Resident Evil 8 in VR. So I do a variety of stuff. Most of my content tends to be either RPGs or horror games. Like, that's usually what I always fall back into. But I play pretty much anything. I do play games on Xbox. I don't play with viewers, though, or add anybody, because that happened before and my account got stolen. And it was with Sony, and it was a nightmare to try to get it back. So I don't really play with viewers or anything, but I do play on Xbox. I also play on PlayStation because Resident Evil 8 VR is PlayStation. I pretty much play on everything. Like, I own all the modern consoles, and so I play on whatever console. I don't really have one that I prefer over the other. It just depends on what game I want to play and what console I want to play it on. I used to use my Xbox a lot more because I used to have like a one stream setup where like I used one PC and that's where I gamed and streamed from. But newer games like Baldur's Gate is a fairly intensive game, and trying to stream and play it at the same time usually meant really low frame rates, or I had to turn my settings way down. So I used to use my Xbox because it was just easier to play from there. But now I have a 2 PC setup, and so I can play all my PC games with the best graphics and not have to, like, you know, worry about streaming. But yeah, I do everything. I do pretty much everything. You went to sleep at 7 a.m. because you played all night long. Nice, nice, Near. I got home at like, I think I got home at 7:30, so I got to sleep at around 9, and then I woke up about an hour ago. So it's 4:30 now. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I got about 6.5 hours of sleep. So I slept okay. But I worked. It wasn't because of video games. I do play N64. I just haven't played it in a while. Hello, Merle. How are you? Welcome. Okay, so let's create a character now that I can actually see them. Like I said, I was doing this on my handheld. The handheld runs at 720p, and I was using AMD's FSR, which is the super sampling, so it like actually plays at a lower resolution. So it was kind of hard to see what these characters looked like, but I want to go somewhat similar to what I did before. I don't want to choose one of the characters that are pre-made. I mean, I usually like to choose a pre-made just so I can hear their story, but let's go with non-pre-made for this. I'll do one of the original characters on, or one of the story characters in my own file. So I chose one of these guys because I like the dragon devil look. I like that. All the choices will do something for me. Nice. Excited for 3 hours. Actually, Don Tavis, yes, I did buy it. Don Tavis, I'm actually not very picky about how my characters look. Like, I'm so picky about how my characters look that I don't spend a lot of time doing it because I can never get them to look exactly how I want. I see some people that make characters look exactly like they want. Like, they'll be like, I'm gonna make one that looks like Aang from Avatar, and then they make it look exactly like that. I don't know how to do that, so I never spend a lot of time. I tend to just kind of roughly pick features that are similar to mine. You know, they may not look like me, but I'll be like, oh, they got a rounder face, they got a bigger nose. Okay, that's me. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go very, very minimal here. Ooh, I definitely want dark. Yeah, I like this character. Okay, and now let's edit the appearance a little bit. Oh, that's cool. You got female, non-binary, other, and male. Cool. I like that.
Where to next?
No.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Let's hope the locals are friendly. That sounds pretty close to me, right? That's pretty close. Hells.
Just woke up down here.
Something just woke up down here. Does that kind of sound like me? I think it sounds like me. I think it sounds like me. Merle, stop. You're gonna make me blush. You're gonna make me blush, Merle. I just got out of the shower. I'm all nice and clean. Actually, I'm always right out of the shower when I stream. But I'm doing really good. I think maybe it's my hair. Today I did something a little bit different with my hair. I styled it the same, but the last little while I've been styling it slightly more to the back, and today I went like fully to the side, and I only used my hands. Normally I use like a curling brush and like I try to curl it, but I only used my hands today. I'll take the compliment. Thank you. Thank you very much. I could use the ego boost a little bit. Yeah, did you see that one TikTok of the guy that did like a dragonborn person, and he's got a deep voice and he sounds like a hero, but then he stands all sassy, and it turns out he gave it a female body but a male voice. So it's like, it's technically a trans character, but like he finds it so weird that it's super intimidating and then gets sassy. He's like, I find it weird. I love that idea. But that video was friggin' hilarious when I saw that. His character was badass looking though. Okay, so I really like the skin textures. I love the skin textures. Okay, body type. This is the kind of hair I always wanted, this length. Maybe I'll grow my sides and actually go longer. Maybe I'll do that one day. Okay. The skin textures, man, these animations are really nice. Okay, do I like that one? Do I like that one? I know a lot of guys like to play as female characters. I don't like to play as a female character because then I get distracted. I get distracted seeing what I could do, you know? Sometimes they're too sexy. Look at this character. I could fall in love with this character. I don't want to spend too much time and fall in love with an NPC character. I gotta pick an ugly dude and be like, yeah, I can't fall in love with you. It's not Jason Statham enough. Make it curly and it's the half up dude. Maybe I'll, because you can pick like I saw like there's like a spiritual character or something, and maybe I'll do that. The half up hairdo. Where did it go? I had one. Yeah, my guy was like a weird blue color that I did with my last character. I'm gonna do that again because I like that blue color. No, like make him brown skin like me. Okay, I like the blue. I like the blue. That looks cool. All right, what face do I like though? Why do none of them have big noses like me? I mean, he's got the thicker lips like I've got, but I don't have a jawline like that. That guy's jawline is intense. Ooh, I like that. I think I like that. You used to play hyper-masculine characters. I don't really go for hyper-masculine. Normally, in this game I'm not going to do it, but normally I go for characters, I try to make them similar to me. I like to make my characters look as much like me as possible because I want to feel like I'm in the game. I never spend enough time to actually make them look like me. I've tried. There was one time I spent like an hour and a half trying to make a character look like me, and it kind of did, but not really. But I usually go for somebody that looks like me. Like I'll make them a little bit frumpy. I don't make them super tall. I usually give them a really like a chubbier, rounder face. When I had no hair, they were always a bald character. I never gave them hair. And then like depending on my facial hair, I'll do the facial hair. But right now, I'm just kind of going off whatever. I'm still going to give them some of my features. Like I'll do a similar hairdo to mine. And I'll usually go like closer to age, you know. I don't have wrinkles though. I'm Latino. I've got pretty decent skin. I don't have a lot of wrinkles, although I have a lot of acne. So we can go with freckles because that'll be kind of like my gross skin. No, I don't have that. Ready? Close your eyes, young ladies. Merle, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I don't want you to get excited. I'm going to get banned. I'm so going to get banned. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of hair. We're going to have a little bit of hair. Oh, man. Ooh, I like the body art. No, I like the scarring better. I like the scarring. Do I want demonic yellow? Or do I want, like, white or something? Oh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. I went for monk with my private character that I've been doing, because I almost always go for like a rogue or an archer, right? But I feel like that's really stereotypical. So I went for the monk. I don't know what I'll do this time. I don't know where I'll go this time. Do I want makeup or do I not want makeup? I don't think I want makeup. I don't think I want makeup. Hair. Let's do hair. Okay. It's too bad my bald spot's so low. It's like way down here, so I couldn't pull this hairdo off in real life, I mean. This is close to what I'm doing, right? Like the long on one side, right? It's pretty close. Oh, what's with my frame rate? What's with my frame rate? It's like in the ground. Don't do this to me, video game. Don't do this to me. Why are you struggling so much? Wow, this is intense. If I reduce it? Nope, it's still super bad. Okay, put up with the bad frame rate for a second. I'll try to fix it in a minute, okay? I'll try to fix it in a minute. Not very far at all near. All I did was the opening sequence on the ship, and then when you crash and you meet the first character bashing on that door, that's as far as I've gotten. Because I was playing it on a handheld, and I've been like fiddling with the settings more than anything, and I've been working like crazy, so it was like during the downtime in between shifts that I was just doing it, but I haven't really played very much. Okay, I apologize for the really bad frame rate. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's been sputtering ever since you... I haven't looked over at the screen, so I hadn't noticed. There we go. That's literally my hairdo, except for the back. My back isn't like that. But that is my hairdo. That is my hairdo right there. Maybe I'll do that, because that's my hairdo. Sorry for the sputtering, everybody. Have patience. I will fix it. I will fix it. It wasn't sputtering when I started the stream, but then it really kicked in, so I'll just... Maybe I'll reduce the frame rate even more, or the resolution even more. I don't know what's going on. Right? That's the closest to my hairdo, right? I don't see another one similar to this, so I think this is the one. This is the one we're going with, because it's my hair. It's mine's long in the back, too, but that's my hair. So we're gonna go with it. Yours truly, hello, nice to see you. Sorry for the frame rate, I apologize. I will be fixing it soon. Barbarian or sorcerer? I don't know if there's a barbarian, but I know there is like a warrior type character. Do I want... I have stubble, but that's more stubble than what I have. Oh, that's more than what I have. I have like the 5 o'clock shadow. This guy's like a 9 o'clock shadow. Let's go. No facial hair. No facial hair. Horns. He's so horny. Merle, why are you here? Look how horny I've gotten. Ooh, I like the curly ones. I like the curly horns. I like the curly horns. I think this is who we're gonna go with. I do not have such a beautiful jawline, but I will go with that. We're just gonna name him Retro, because that's my name. Because that's my name. Wait, I don't want to be a barbarian. Wait, I don't want to be a barbarian. There's your answer, though, Mr. FOV. There's your answer. Okay, here we go. I didn't see these on the right. See, I usually go with something like a ranger or a rogue, because I like being an archer or using like dual wielding knives, but I feel like everybody does that. I think I want to go with monk again, because monk does like martial arts and punches and stuff. I want to do that, I think I want to do that. No, it's set at regular 60 frames. I don't know what's going on. Earlier, when I would put it at 1440p, it was doing that, even though my outsourced projection is only 1080p. For some reason, it's really messing with the screen, and I don't know why. Actually, what if I try this? Hold on. See, look, now it's smooth. It's just when I'm in game. It's just when I'm in game that it's causing an issue. So display settings, let's try the secondary display. Yeah, it's at 1080p. What if I bring it down to 720? What if I bring it down to 720? Will that fix it? But it's only 720 to you all. Is it back down? No, see, look, it's still sputtering. As soon as the game is full screen on my screen, it sputters. Okay, let me get through this setting thing. Once I'm in, I'll try to see if I can change the settings in the game, and maybe that'll fix what's happening on the secondary screen. So let me just finish this. I think I'm gonna go monk again. I like the monk. I like the whole martial arts thing. Bontaness is the deepest layer of hells. These tieflings inherit the ability to wield fire and darkness from the archdevil Osmedius infernal bloodline. Oh, I like the fire idea. Particular affinity to arcane magic? What's arcane mean? Searing flame to punish their enemies. I kind of like the first one. You're more of a WoW type guy? This, yeah, this is closer to like JRPG's turn-based style. This is far more complicated than something like WoW. I find that with something like WoW, I haven't played WoW very much, but I played like Guild Wars, and I played Elder Scrolls Online, which has similar mechanics. I find that you can like button mash a lot and get away with it. Here, you cannot make a decision without thinking, because you will die with one hit. Like, it can be pretty intense. All right, I think we're good. And his name's Retro. Here's the Guardian. Here's the Guardian. Here's who I was talking about. Let's we're gonna go with blue again, but maybe a bit of a lighter blue.
Good luck.
Follow your instincts.
I'm gonna pretend that's what you sound like, Merle. I'm gonna pretend that's what you sound like. Yeah, it could be the character builder that's doing it. The weird thing is it's not lagging on my screen at all. It's running flawlessly on my screen. It's something happening between OBS and the game. How about if what if I do this? What if I do this? Hold on. Let's try this. Maybe it's because I'm doing game capture on OBS. Let me try to get rid of it. You're gonna see a black screen for a bit. What if I do a display capture? Okay, you see my display, right? So now if I do this. Okay, that worked. It looks really, really over saturated, but that worked. Maybe that fixed it? Let me just try to fix the saturation real quick. That looks normal, right? Okay. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think it had to do with the game capture. It was an interesting view. You are blue, Merle. You are. And then I want to do maturity. I mean, you're not a young teenager, but you're not an old lady either, so we're going to go pretty low. Do you have freckles, Merle? Do you have freckles? I don't know. There, that's you, Merle, right there. Okay. Let's, yeah, I like this character. Wait. The screen is too big? Weird. Oh, it is. Weird. Why is it doing that? Huh. Oh, wait. Maybe it's because of this. Hold on. Game capture. It's maybe on this side is where it's too big. Maybe it's... No, it's not too big here. Okay, let's... Wow, that's really weird that it's doing that. Yeah, it's yeah, it's way too big, but why is it doing that? Because it shouldn't be like that. Oh, wait, maybe it's on this side, on this side, on this side. Hold on this side. I look great, though. You always do. You always do, Merle. Okay. There we go. I forgot that I didn't shrink the window. That's what it was. Okay, now we should be good. Yeah, there we go. Room temperature coffee. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, we'll go with the red eyes. I feel like you could be demonic sometimes. I feel like you'd be able to be demonic sometimes. So you said your hair is half up and kind of curly. So we got a little bit of curl here, but that's just curl. How about that, Merle? I mean, I'm guessing yours is maybe shorter, but how about that? How's that? Don Tavis, I don't know. This is a Guardian. I don't know what the Guardian does. I haven't gotten far enough for that. That's great. That's like your old length. I like that look. I like that look. Ooh, she looks older than when I got closer. She looked a lot older. I don't think you're that old, Merle. Let's go a little bit younger than that. Because from the videos I've seen of you, you've got really nice skin and you do not have any wrinkles. So let's not do that. Ooh. I kind of like the smoky eye look. I kind of like the smoky eye look. Merle, what kind of hair do you want? What color? What color hair? You're not saying? Yeah, don't say anything because I don't know anything that's going on in the story yet. Okay, yeah, the game seems to be running perfectly smooth. I might be able to even turn up my resolution now. Just pick any color. I do like the brown red. Lime green. Ooh, I kind of like the really light colors. Is there like a really light? No, that's not light enough. I kind of like something like this. You know, like maybe not fully white, but something like this with a bit of like a pink hue to it. I kind of like that. All right. Oh, can I not name her? Can I not name her? What kind of horns does she have? I've got twisty horns. I've got these twisty horns. We can't have the exact same horns, but maybe similar horns. I mean, they're kind of similar. Like mine twist, these don't, but they're similar in shape and size. Yeah, I think I like this. Dang, can't name her? That's alright. I was gonna name her Merle, but I guess not. Guess they won't let me. Yeah, I like this. This is you, Merle. Let's venture forth. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm not in the... There we go. Now you can see me. Right? It's Cthulhu. Dr. Zoidberg. Fry. Ooh, the volume is loud for you guys. What in the Mass Effect are those? I can't remember what they're called, but they're these like weird monsters that, as you can see, are feared by everybody. Mind Flayer, that's what they're called. The cutscene is so cool. Yeah, the intro is so good in this, Sandra. Welcome, by the way. The intro is so good. Like, I find some games, like I've been playing the Dragon Age Inquisition, and it feels like it's starting in the middle of a story, and I always feel like I can't figure out what's happening because I feel like I missed what happened beforehand. It's like if you're listening to a conversation midway through, you're kind of like, I can get what's happening at this moment, but I don't know why it's happening. This has the same, like, this is mid-story, but they've done it in such a good way that you don't need to know what happened beforehand because they tell you enough just with the cutscene. This cutscene's amazing. And graphically, it's just beautiful. All hail Lord Cthulhu. Yes, hail me. Yeah, I don't think it's out on PS5 yet. Is it out on PS5 already, or it's coming out in like a month on PS5? And then Xbox, they think maybe next year, but they're not sure. It's so cool. You imagine riding a dragon like that? I went for a monk. I decided to be a monk. Are her pants ripped and her butt showing? This game really likes to show off body parts. Jeez. This is so cool. Same for the homeless guy near your high school. Yeah, this... Oh, no, there's multiplayer in this. There's multiplayer in this. Stefano, hello, welcome. How are you? Did you, Merle? That's hilarious. Stefano, thank you for the rose. Thanks for the rose. Okay. All right, so now that we're here and the game is actually running okay, can I turn up my video resolution now, or is it still going to give me a problem? Let's see. Let's see. Gotta look on that screen. Mouse seems to be moving okay. Cool, it's working. It's working. Let's go 119 hertz. I don't know what to do for that one. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. I just do whatever. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, this control is going to be a little bit different. I was playing with the handheld, so I was using an Xbox controller layout for this, so gotta get used to the mouse and keyboard. Double click the portrait to center the camera. Ah, okay. Wow, this looks so much prettier on this. I would say that LOL controls are like this because this Baldur's Gate's been around since the 90s, and this is the control layout that they have for Baldur's Gate since back then. So it's been pretty well established long before LOL. Wow, graphically this is intense. I have played some Witcher 3, yeah. I never beat it, but I did play it. Not on stream. I think I have like 20 hours into Witcher 3, but I got lost, so I just stopped playing it.
This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword.
No, I haven't watched Witcher on Netflix. Only because I actually want to play the game. I just have never gotten around to it. Like to beat it.
You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Is the volume okay, everybody?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Who am I? Your only chance to survive. What made you think I was a thrall? What do you suggest?
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we
It's a little bit low.
take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Is that better? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's hard for me to judge because sometimes when I look over, it's like peaking at complete red, and I just can't tell if it's peaking because it's way too loud or if it's peaking, but it's the right volume for you. Because like when I do the music at the intro, it's actually quieter than what I'm seeing on my levels right now, and I get so many complaints that the music's too loud. But now the levels are higher, but it's gameplay, so maybe because it's less like consistent sound. Anyway, okay, let's.
Time for some bloody work.
Yeah. So for those who don't know what kind of gameplay this is very much tactical, where like moving takes up action points. So moving and attacking, you have to calculate everything. Like right now, I'm really far from this guy. I can't attack him if I wanted to. I don't know the controls here though. Enter.
Time to strike.
But like her, see, like I can move. Where's the action bar on the screen? Okay, if you can kind of see it on TikTok. At the very, very top on TikTok, you'll see it. The little blue circle. The further I go, you'll see that the one bar empties. That's around the blue circle. That tells me how much action I can take. And so, like, if I go to attack this animal, I've taken up 3/4 of my action bar. So once I do that, cool, I attacked it, but now I can only move so far. And then you end your turn. You don't know how I'm able to play the same class twice? Do you mean like in the sense of the game allowing me to, or like me not getting excited and wanting to do something different? Okay. Not enough movement. See, I can't attack. Can I like well, whatever. Let's just stick with our friend over here. Probably not a good idea, but let's do it anyway.
Fury, I am dead.
Can I attack? Yes.
What's hiding?
You prove surprisingly.
The second one, I just
To the hell.
I know that I struggle with certain character classes, and I don't want to pick a different character class that I'm gonna struggle with too much, but I didn't want to pick the exact same class that I always pick, so I tried to go with something that's kind of in between. It's different enough, but still similar to the gameplay style I like. And because I literally only spent like this section of the game, I'm trying really hard to I'm picking the same one because I haven't really experienced anything.
Before it's too late.
Maybe this isn't. Oh, this is okay. Up. No, I haven't.
I'll give it a
Oh yes, that's the person banging on the door, isn't it? That's literally where I stopped. I met Shadowheart, and then we fought two of the mind thingies, and then that was it. That's literally where I stopped.
Isting, back. Nothing without knowing its purpose.
Oops. Oops. I didn't do that last time. Not enough movement. Dang it, dude. Nope, not enough movement. Just end the turn. Just end the turn.
Let my name be known.
Oh, cool. They do a full animation for their death. That's awesome. Can I? Nope, not enough. Okay, that's cool. Shadowheart's your beloved. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'll be crushing on Shadowheart. It does, we win. How are you?
light on my feet.
I hope you're doing okay, we win. I'm kind of rushing. Last time when I played this on my own, I looked around and like clicked up. Whoops! I looked around and clicked a bunch of stuff. I'm rushing a bit here.
Skrar. How many hosts of these gay infected?
What's this thing?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
I'm doing okay. That's the worst, we win. That's the worst. No, I'm scared to push something. Last time I got attacked, but... Oh wait, I'm not even in the right spot. What am I doing? I wasn't watching the map. But I'm doing okay, we win. I'm doing okay. Just, I woke up really late today. It was a really late night. And because the night before I had been up so early and I didn't sleep throughout the day, I was exhausted this morning, so I slept in. So I started my stream really late compared to usual. I didn't think I was going to see you because of how late it was. Go back and touch it? That sounds dirty. That sounds dirty. I like dirty. Let's do it. Let's go touch it. Okay. Let's do
As you
it.
place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Oh! That's...
Kinchar.
You didn't mean funny, ha ha.
Pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
That was not funny, ha ha.
Get out of here before it's our turn.
Wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to switch my mouse for this game. Because it uses the middle wheel to turn the camera. But my middle wheel is stuck because I spilled coffee on my mouse.
You! Get me out of this damn thing!
I didn't see her last time.
The stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
I didn't meet her until she was banging on the door.
Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Yes, I do.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please! Let me out!
The console appears.
Not the coffee mouse. Yeah, my poor coffee mouse.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
It's an empty socket, but I don't have the thing that goes inside the empty socket. What goes in the empty socket?
Socket must power this thing.
That's not what I wanted to do. Right.
Damn it!
Is there a mind flayer somewhere, or like?
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. Whoa, that's amazing. Let's do it.
Needs a key.
Okay. Maybe that's what I needed? Nope. Oops.
The console appears dormant.
It's empty. Hits it. That's what you do. You hit things when they don't work. I grew up in the 90s. That's what happens. Go behind the console. I don't... Oh, the one that killed the other person? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Ah! That was loud. That boy, Jord, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome.
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
Man, it's got muscles. Holy crap. It's been hitting the gym. It's been hitting the gym.
Another brain.
Another brain. Right. Wait, what's in here? Ah, potion of healing. Right.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
Oh. Well, that boy, I appreciate it. I know on TikTok it's not always the best view. I try to like make as much use of the screen as I can so you can see as much as possible, but yeah, it's definitely not the same. And it looks like my quality's not very good today.
The console appears dormant.
You should go to bed, Weeman. You should. I know this is super exciting watching me wander around not knowing what I'm doing. I know, it's super exciting, but you should sleep.
Purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Yeah, I wasn't planning to cancel. It's just I didn't expect to sleep in as late as I did. I was so tired. When I woke up, I thought it was gonna be like noon, and then I looked and it was like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm really late. Okay, just do it. Just do it.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes.
Just grab an energy drink.
Connection. Authority.
It sucked you in a long time ago. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I've tried my best to make it as good as possible. Like even at the top of the screen on TikTok, I added like the bottom of the gameplay screen because at least that way you can see. Because usually like the health bar and stuff are down there in a lot of the games that I play, and because I have zoomed in the screen a bit, you lose the edges. And that's usually where everything sits. So I put the bottom of the screen at the very top of my screen, so at least people can see the health or whatever I'm talking about whenever I mention something. Oh, roll the dice. So this is the D&D part, 100%. Oh, we got a 20. Nice.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command.
Is that what they mean when they say D20?
A shiver runs.
All right, no worries, Dontavis, no worries. Or Nat 20. What's the difference between D20 and Nat 20? I've heard D20. I've seen Nat 20.
At last.
Oh, it's a double stone, okay.
My coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. You feel her gratitude, but also guardedness.
Oh, okay.
A will to survive.
Okay, I get it,
Head.
Hello, Goof Gunk. How are you?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. We need to deal with that. First, we have to get off this thing. Let's join up.
Yes. All right, then, let's get going. I'm Retro.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What's that?
Nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
All right, let's go. She got 55 XP for that. I only got 5. Rip off. What a rip off. Okay. I've never played 1 and 2, but I'm assuming they are because whoops, wrong way. Because Baldur's Gate is a D&D game. Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, and there's another series that they're all actual, like they're part of the D&D world. And so they use different D&D rule sets. A lot of people actually... Wait, was that the way? Maybe that was the way. I'm confused. I'm so lost right now. Can I look at the map? Can I... Where's the map? Okay, so from there, it's behind... Oh, it is that way. Okay, never mind. But yeah, they use the D&D rule set. And so the first couple of Baldur's Gates have gone down as like some of the best RPGs ever. But there's a lot of people that are like, they're the best RPGs ever, but they're not for newcomers. Like, you need to know D&D in order to play these games because they're just so complicated. Like, they're just not... They're not easy games to know how to play. I'm so disoriented right now. No, don't go down. Go this way, dude. No, dude, what are you doing? Why are we continually climbing the exact same area? Okay, there we go. I am so disoriented. I have a feeling... No, this isn't the right way either. I'm so confused. That's where I was with that sleeping person. This is where I came in. I don't know. I don't even know. I found it last time. It's not that way. Okay. But I don't know where to go. I'm disoriented now. Going back and forth, getting all that stuff. I wasn't paying enough attention how I moved the camera, and now I'm lost. This is the way I came from, right? Like, I remember climbing both of these things. Can't believe you slept on Baldur's Gate. It hasn't been around for a long time. The last one was out in like, what was it? 2000 or like 98, something like that. It's been a really, really, really long time. So don't worry. It's not like it's been an ongoing series that you missed out on, that like, you know, you haven't been keeping up. This is why it's been such a big deal within the isometric RPG style games, because it's so different than, or it's so rare to see these games, and so people are like super hyped about it.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Oh, feisty.
Yank.
I like her. She had the little neck thing going too. Love it. Can't tell me what to do. Oh. Oh, they're so slimy. It's so gross.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
That sounds very uncomfortably close to a very racist term. Okay. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna die. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just attack and move forward. Now, don't judge me because I'm not super well versed on... Oh, I killed it already. I'm not super well versed on, like, how the gameplay mechanics of these games work. So you might see me make some decisions that you're gonna go, what are you thinking? Dude, don't do that. And I will say, too bad. I'm doing it anyway.
Got to press on.
Yeah, I think right now, because we're in the beginning, everything gets missed. Like, all the attacks miss no matter what. If I recall correctly. Can I hit with this? Nope, nope, not close enough.
Swift and lethal. Make way.
On my way.
I don't fully know either. Like, I know these things all do stuff. I don't really know what they all do. I haven't played enough to actually play with all the different abilities. I didn't even realize they were there until like later on in the game when I was playing last night.
I'll strike you down.
But it's very different than most games that I'm used to. Like Divinity has like a proper bar at the bottom and it'll show you the specific attacks. This one, it's a lot more icon based.
Before they strike.
So it's a lot harder for me to tell what is happening. But I'm getting it. I'll get it. I'll learn. Victory is mine. Oh, just far enough. Boom.
Onward.
No, we don't have to fight the big guy. I'm just heading towards this thing. I'm just trying not to die while I'm doing it. Oh, I'm gonna die. But yeah, I think at the beginning, because it's the tutorial part of the mission, they don't actually make me... Like, they don't... Anytime I get attacked, it always misses. Or at least it mostly misses. Not enough movement, of course.
Onward.
Onward! Oh, that was cool. Oh, that one hit. What the heck? Let's do something cool. Boom. Yeah, punched you in the face, you jerk.
The gods are watching you.
Not enough movements.
Fury. I am death.
On my way.
Take this.
Your turn now.
So he just said to head towards this thing, so I just know I'm supposed to go here. Normally you would fight everybody, but this is part of the story. I think it's supposed to teach you how to fight
You made it in
and move and everything. Because this is like doing tutorial without really being a tutorial. It also expects that you've played games like this before, so you would kind of know what to do already. It's the only reason I even know it all is because I played Divinity Original Sin. He's just like casually holding on with one arm. I gotta say, RPGs like this, like these top-down style RPGs, don't always have the best graphics because you're so far away you don't need as much detail, but holy crap is this game ever detailed. This game has really beautiful graphics, I'm surprised. But yeah, we win. Some of the icons are really hard. I don't know what they do. I think if I hold my mouse over it, it kind of gives me at least the title, so you can kind of figure out what it does from there. But yeah, sometimes these games, Larian is definitely guilty of this. Sometimes these games are a little bit overly complex, and they don't explain it in the best way possible. There's stuff about Divinity that I play, that I'm like 20 plus hours into that game, and I have no idea how some of the mechanics work. Like, I don't know how to craft anything because I just don't understand the crafting mechanics in that game. And there are certain battle techniques that I hear people reference when they talk about the game, but I don't know what they're actually talking about because I just don't fully understand the mechanics. And this is supposed to be even more complicated than that. The same way that we were just doing there. You can have quick travel. There's usually quick travel waypoints you can go to, but it's exactly what we just saw on the ship is how it is for the rest of the game. Where like when I'm not in battle, I can just walk around. And then I know in this game there are things like you can do sneak attacks, which will also affect how things are done. Or like you can avoid battle completely by just staying away from certain enemies. From what I've read, I don't know exactly how it works, but from what I've read, there are a lot of opportunities where you can actually talk your way out of fights, depending on how your skill set is. So you can like intimidate, you can, you know, outwit them, you can charm them, you can do that, and you roll a dice to see how lucky you are, and based on your skill set, you're already going to have a boost on top of that, and then you roll the dice, and then that'll decide whether or not you're going to have, like, you know, the first attack, or...
squirms in your skull.
Gross. Or if you're going to, you know, not have to fight them, or if you can instantly kill them, like all that kind of stuff will come into play from what I've heard. Where did you land?
The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Yeah, I feel it's very similar to Dragon Age. Dragon Age was... I haven't played a lot of the first two Dragon Ages. I played a lot of Inquisition. Inquisition was much more action-oriented. Just because like you can hold a button and it just keeps attacking. But yeah, there's a lot of like Dragon Age inspiration in this, which I really like.
Never wanted the easy path.
That's oh. Shadowheart, you're not in the same spot this time.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
That wasn't noticeable at all. I was hoping you might know that. It doesn't matter. We made it.
True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling.
Yeah, me too. I'm bad at finishing games. But now what? Do you have any idea where we are? What happened to our Gith friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Are you hitting on me? I'm alright with that. Alright, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go.
You play games that don't really have an end.
For freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Remember it when I take you to dinner, after all this is over. I always play games with endings. I don't really like games that don't have endings, but I never get to the endings of most games. I'm pretty bad for that. Wait, what's in here? Yes. The Intellect Devourer. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls. They're really weird.
There must be a settlement nearby.
Oh, that's one thing you all might hate about me. I really don't like reading the lore in the books. So you're probably gonna hate that about me. Perfumed letter. What does it say? What does it say? Inventory. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and I'll keep on saying it until we're old and grey. Let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, so's staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me on the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do with the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. Well, Anna, your lover is not gonna be there. There comes a new quest and such. Okay. I know where I'm supposed to go, but I want to see what happens if I try this door now that I'm with Shadowheart.
We get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
Alright, let's do what we're supposed to do. I really don't want to.
More of those wretched things.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, here we go. This is as far as I've played. Literally to this, and these guys killed me a bunch of times. I'm hoping I will do better. It's a little bit easier to see things on screen with the mouse and keyboard, so
Strike could be lethal.
we'll see what happens. Maybe if we split up a little bit, they won't be able to do it. Oh crap, I lit myself on fire. Not a good idea. Maybe they won't be able to quickly kill me. I should visit her now she's single, that's true. Hello, Anna. Do you like my horns? They're just here for you. Now that you're single, maybe we should get to know each other. I can't help but notice I made it to the bridge, while Side didn't. I'm not suggesting anything, but it's something to consider nonetheless. Nope, not enough movement. Okay, let's just go here and let's... Oh, actually I can do this. Boom. Hey, I leveled up, nice. Okay, end my turn. I haven't leveled up. Now I did, but it's probably not going to go well. Oh, what the? Oh, wrong thing. No worries, Nier. For this one, I will say don't worry too much about helping me. Not because I know what I'm doing, but because there's enough of guidance in the game that I should be okay for a little while. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, you know? Okay, right here. And death. Oh, you missed. Nice. Can I do this again?
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Okay, so now we leveled up. So now can I like... How do I...
All right.
Level up? Is it there? There it is. Okay. Wait, what happened? Oh. Monk, level 2. My health increased. Class features. Okay. So, do I, like... do something? I don't know. Ooh. I don't know. I don't really understand the level up mechanics right now. That's okay. Shadowheart. I might play a Shadowheart in my private game. You do, Don Davis. And even then they don't really tell you. They'll talk in some kind of weird code. It's never straightforward. But that's like every Soulsborne game. The difference with this is you get a 20-minute video or cutscene and you have to pay attention to what's happening or you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. Like there'll be a waypoint, but they won't really tell you what's happening in the story. And the cutscenes are so long you can't just like kind of go back and watch them again. And these games in particular are very much based on reactions. So like depending on how you answer people, you will end up making enemies that you don't want to, or you'll like make friends by accident with the wrong people. Oh, this is the one I've seen in all the reviews.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back. Kill it yourself. You look capable enough.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Oh, dice rolls. Uh-oh. We need 10? Okay. Yeah, we did it. See, I made that decision and he attacked me.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me?
What a jerk. You have it backwards. They stitched me up too. Put that knife away and maybe we can talk.
You'll talk. I can... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking
Yeah, there's no wrong way of playing the game.
these prowling, dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light.
I can now begin. Goof gunk. What did you have for dinner?
What's going on?
But yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want in this game. These types of games, Divinity's the same way. And it all just kind of depends on what options you want to take, right? Like if you want to work for who would be seen as the bad guys in the world, then you do. I don't know about the story in this because obviously I haven't experienced it yet, but I know in Divinity it's not really clear cut who the bad guys are. And so you can like consider one of them the bad guys and help the other people, but then on your next playthrough you can help the opposite people and you'll have a totally different experience. And like if you select a different character, like one of the pre-builts, then you have a totally different experience as well. So like there's multiple ways to play this game and each time it'll be a completely unique experience. So I like that about these games. I'm not much of replayability type. Like I don't really like to replay games over and over again, but this, at least I know that in like 2 or 3 years, if I go back to it, there will be a whole new experience for me again. It's the Mind Flayer's worm. It's connected us.
The worm. Of course. That explains things. Somewhat.
Unless real life with capitalism. Yeah, unlike, yeah.
I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
You definitely think this is your type of game. This is a really, really fun type of game. It can be really overwhelming. That's what happened with Divinity for me, is it was really hard for me to know what to do. And I had to force myself to get through the boring learning aspect of it, just because the battles are so complicated. And it's so easy to lose, right? It's not like other RPGs where you can just level up and then just button mash your way through, right? Like when I play Final Fantasy, I get to a certain level where I don't even have to think about it. I just do the same attacks over and over again. Here, there's a lot of strategy involved based on where you're standing, based on, you know, if you attack one person, the other character might come after you, but they might also come after a different character. And based on that, it'll give you a different opportunity. It can get really complicated, but these games are really, really fun. I like this type of game. Apology accepted. I might have done the same thing where the roles reversed.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I like the way he talks. He sounds so arrogant. This is the kind of voice that I did for Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror, except without the British accent. Baldurian, introduce yourself. You're a Baldurian too. Yeah, let's do it that way.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So, do you know anything about these worms?
You just can't do the turn-based. Yeah, turn-based isn't for everybody. Because it's not, obviously it's not as actively stimulating as like action-based games. But there is a lot more intellectual requirements for this type of game. That's where the challenge comes in. That's where the fun is, because it's much closer to something like chess, where you have to think 2 or 3 steps ahead for everything you do. Whereas something like a Dragon Age or Diablo, you can just button mash your way through, and it's partially luck and partially just having the right equipment and skill set. Here, it's very much, you could be very overpowered and still get completely destroyed if you make the wrong decisions. You could also be underpowered and play very smart and still defeat people that are above your power. Although that's usually much harder said. Much easier said than done. So do you think anything about these worms? Yes, unfortunately, they'll turn us into mind flayers. I know we don't want them in our heads. I know as much as you know as much as I do.
No. Of that much we can be certain. These worms...
Spiritual Booty, how are you? Yeah, I'm a fan of turn-based. I actually like old school Final Fantasy for that. You know, I don't really like the new way that Final Fantasy has turned into more action-based. I like Final Fantasy 8, 7, 10, like that style of turn-based. I don't like how they have turned the turn-based more into action, where like, yeah, you can choose off a menu, but you're still actively moving around. That's what I like about these. Although these, the movement is included in the action, and that makes it so much harder to figure out what you're supposed to do. Still working. Oh, month end. Yeah. Ugh. Big stick. Go bonk. Okay. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it now. What do I do about it? And what's your plan? We can start by traveling together. Better odds, I'd say. I need to get moving, but you can shelter at my camp. Let's go together, I guess, for now.
No, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Was that one of those... What do they call it? Like one of those negative compliments or whatever? Uncompliments? I don't know what they're called. You know, where you say something nice, but you're actually putting the person down? I think that's what he just did to me. He's kind of a jerk. I still don't really understand how the level up system works. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe he's just hungry. He's a little bit hangry. That's the problem. Can I unplug this for now? Am I gonna have some issues? Yes, I am having issues. Never mind. The cable is giving me some issues. Okay. Oh, what's happening? Oh, there we go. Okay.
These boots have seen everything.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do.
A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's...
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't. Compassion.
We're on the same wavelength, Weewin.
Compassion.
Give in to the emotion. I always give compassion. I always give compassion. We're gonna be furious. Let's be furious. I never do that normally.
Feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Let's concentrate. All right. Oh, I've got a -1. I'm gonna fail this. I'm gonna fail this. Oh, we did it. That's so cool. I'm liking this whole dice thing.
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance. A vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive. And with your very body, you can provide.
Ew, in for a kiss? No. Resist it. Oh, I've got +2. Oh, it's only need 5. We're gonna do this. We're good. That was pretty close, but we did it. You know what would be cool? If they came up with like an accessory you could buy for games like this, where it's an actual dice, but inside it's got a sensor so you can actually roll and it would know what die came up. That way you knew that it was actually randomized. Here I feel like it could not be randomized. You know what I mean?
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Me too, Ewan. Every time I hear certain like lyrics or like something from TikTok, my brain just goes right to it. Close those eyes forever. Nice. Nobody disapproved.
Death is too good for it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of access. Oh, I'm gonna get burned. I think a lot of oh, I could jump. I forgot. Whoa. Okay, there was a button that I could press.
Still alive.
There was
progress.
Nope. In the other one, it showed it, but how do I do it here? There was like a sleep button that you can use to rest. Is it under passives maybe? Nope. Items? Nope. Custom? Nope. Monk? Nope. Common? Nope. All of them? Nope. There was a sleep button in the version I was playing, and there's like, you can sleep to get a little bit of rest. Don't forget to save, but yeah, you're right. These games especially. I mean, it has autosave, thank God. Okay, it has autosave, that's good. But there was a sleep button. Why do I not see it? Nope. Group mode, hide. Inventory and equipment. Huh. It's at the very end of the bar. Oh, camp and resting menu. There it is. Okay. See, I was playing it on my ROG Ally, which is like, it's like a Switch with like a PC Switch. I can't see the name right now. Brian, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Welcome. And it's Xbox controller based, so the layout is totally different, and the sleep button was in a different spot. That's why I couldn't see it. I get it now. Okay. And then I'm going to struggle when I go back to the ROG ally, because I'm not going to know how to control anything. Okay.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
There's this stuff. Is it this way? Graphically, this game is very, very pretty, I gotta say. It's a little bit jaggedy. Can I... Is there AA I can turn on or something? Video... I don't like VSync, but I don't want the thing to crash. My DLSS is off. Anti-aliasing. Let's try... What's DLAA? Is that the NVIDIA one? Is that the NVIDIA one? The DLLA is exclusive to NVIDIA graphics card. Yeah! Okay. Oh, that's way smoother. That's way, way smoother. Nice. Oh, the frame rate is in the ground. Okay, that's better.
Nobody gets in. Zevlor's orders.
Oh no, I'm on camera. Never mind.
Goblins will be on us any second. What's going on? Goblins are on our tail.
All right, Don Tavis, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Have a good sleep.
Please, there's no time.
See the karmic dice option? Okay, give me a second here. Oh, that is really gross looking. But do we trust autosave? No, never. Especially in these games. If this is anything like Divinity, the autosave always saves right before the worst moment. And not in like the, oh, you can still save the worst moment. It's you just made the bad decision, and then it autosaves, and then you have to deal with it. Dang. Oh, we're dropping some frame rate here.
Damnable roach.
Oh, badass.
Provoke the blade. And suffer its sting.
Oh, he's a badass. I like him. I'm guessing, Nier, I can't check it while I'm in battle. I'll have to wait till after. Can I? I don't know. How do I check the karmic thing? What menu would it be under? Hold on, I just wanna... you know what? Maybe I'll do quality just to kind of up the frame rate a little bit. Under gameplay? Okay. Turn-based highlights. Karmic dice. What does that do? Avoid failure streaks while keeping the results mostly random. Oh, okay, so like it'll help so I won't always lose over and over again just out of bad luck. Yes, we went go to sleep. I appreciate you being here. I'm so sorry that it was so late. I'm still learning this whole new schedule. I'm not planning to be live tomorrow, so don't worry about that. I shouldn't be live tomorrow. Oh, okay. I don't know. What does everybody think? Should I... Ooh, share private moments. By default, certain scenes are private. This means that in multiplayer, other players cannot witness your private moments. If you leave this option disabled, you can toggle each dialog box privacy setting. Enabling the option means that you'll share everything. All scenes are public and all other players can listen to your private moments. Oh, cool. I don't know. What should I do? I'll leave the karmic thing on for now. I'll leave it on for now. Okay. He's a rogue, right? Oh, he's got a bow and arrow. I want the high ground. Dang, these guys are up here though. These guys are bad. The path is interrupted. Can I hit from here? I don't think I can. Oh, I did. Cool. Head back this way.
Yes, here.
End the turn. I gotta get close for this guy. I guess we'll just end the turn for now. You have it put on? Yeah. I think it would be very, very detrimental to lose a bunch of times in a row, especially for a stream. So I think for now we'll leave it off, or we'll leave it on. That was cool.
I'll bleed every last one of you!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it didn't kill me. Okay. I thought it was going to kill me. This is the only thing for anybody who doesn't play these types of games is I have to just wait for everybody to have their turn before I can do anything again. Sometimes it can be very, very boring because, like, right now, there are so many characters and I can't do anything. But, Ramiro, what are you doing? I must have, because I literally launched it right before the game started, so I'm guessing it updated, because it didn't pop up any update or anything. It's entertaining to me. I just mean it's boring in the sense of, like, sometimes you're in a rush and you want to, like, just get the fight over with. Like, if you have to run out and do something and you just sit there and just watch and you're not actively part of it. Okay. Let's go to here.
Keep going.
And do that. And then boom. I don't think I have enough, right? Yeah.
This way.
I defeated somebody! Yeah! I feel epic. I'm gonna sneeze.
Time to push my luck again.
I dropped my tablet on screen and I did something. I don't know what I did. Oh, quick save. Okay. Whew. I thought I wrecked it. Okay. Let's do punch attack. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that made me feel so cool. I love monk characters.
No time for mercy.
I missed. How could you miss? Not enough sources. Okay. Usually, but there have been times where there was one in Divinity. I'm not talking about this game in particular, but Larian, same gameplay style. In Divinity, there was one time where I was fighting a boss and I got so extra unlucky. I got so extra unlucky where the characters were going through their turns and then it got to the last character who was the boss character on that fight. And the boss character did some move where it put all of my characters at the back of the list again, and I had to watch them all do it. And then again, the boss character did the same attack that put me at the back of the list. It was endless. And then they killed all my characters because I couldn't do anything to defend myself. That's where I'm like, I don't like this, because sometimes you're just not able to do anything to help yourself. Oh, I'm back. How did I come back? Can I heal Retro? No, it looks like I can't heal. Not enough movement. Dang it. Whatever. Okay. Come to here. And shoot. Can I shoot one more? Not enough. Dang it. I guess we'll just end turn.
It comes easy these days.
Wait, I should have potions. Yeah. Cool. Not enough action resources. That's it? I wasted them all just by taking health? Cover, how you doing? Welcome. How's your day going? Dang, that was cool. Did somebody die or what happened? Nope, he's still alive. Okay. How do I know when these recharge? Oh, 2 turns. Okay. I guess we'll just come attack. Dang it. Try to push the target away. Your chances depend on your athletics. Let's try. Haha! I pushed you away, you jerk. Might not have been a good idea, though. Now I can't attack you. Oh, not enough action points. Dang it. No, not enough action points. That's okay.
Can't stay idle.
Can't stay idle. Nope. Too far away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's just right there. Aw. Boom, yeah. Yo, that beast is like a ninja. Just like whew, everything out of the way. Out of the way. Hopefully you do, we win. I'll try not to be too crazy. I'll try not to be too wild with my voice. That way you can relax. Here, let's do it this way. ASMR. What's this game called? Baldur's Gate. No sound effects. And then I attack. Oh, he missed. Or she missed. Nothing. Take a potion. Ah. Perfect. Switch characters. From up here. These are my sound effects of a bow and arrow. Then we we'll just end turn. And now we attack. He's asking if it's worth the cost. Oh, he missed. We're gonna use our fists. And we killed him. There we go.
Inside, all of you, more may follow. Open the gate. Damn vermin.
I mean, I got some cool stuff, so they invited us in the gate, so that's a good thing.
Damn vermin. There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Where there's one goblin, there's 10. I'm leaving before the horde shows up. Druid, those goblins didn't take any prisoners. One fight just ended, and now you're picking another. Relax.
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
The human has really pretty eyes. Stand back and watch. Melee attack. Take a swing at the tiefling. Strength. Aim a blow at the human, trying to knock him flat on his back. Persuasion. More violence won't bring back those they lost. Stop and think. I need 15. This isn't gonna work. We're gonna lose this one. Yeah, we're not even close. Dang. That's embarrassing.
With a thump, the armored man collapses, unconscious.
Did he just make a face of like, ugh?
Goblins have found us. No doubt the beast will be back. We need to pack up and leave.
This is Baldur's Gate 3. It's a Dungeons and Dragon RPG. Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's try to avoid any more punching. We need to find a healer.
As I thought. Now that's settled. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
Hello, Zevlor. How are you? I'm Retro.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
I have no quarrel with druids. Those goblins, have there been many attacks like that? I won't stay long, I just need to find a healer.
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
This ritual, is there no way to convince the druids to stop it? Yeah.
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I'll see what I can do.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find
Yeah, they've got really cool eyes.
part of the grove. Please, make them see sense.
I don't know how well you can see it on what you're watching, but that guy's eyes were like flames. Like they were actually, like little flames were moving around in his eyes. That was really cool.
At least things have stayed interesting.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back. Right now.
Why are you guys fighting? I have to be nosy now.
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
I love their skin. You can see the little pores. For the guys, you can see like the really, really tiny stubble hairs. It's pretty awesome. Get out while you can. The goblins will attack. Or we'll be back. To leave is a heavy choice. It will weigh on whatever path you walk next. You should all stay. A single blade could make the difference. Yeah, let's try that one. A 10. Oof. A 3. We weren't even close on that one. Dang, that was bad. Oof. Ouch.
No. This place is a death trap. Let us leave. Immediately. Or would you deny your brother here his chance at fortune in Baldur's Gate?
You want fortune? There's coin in it if you stay. That's a low blow. Let's just say nothing.
Well, let's have a target alone. We should leave.
Fine. Let's sneak away like God's damned cowards. But if something happens to these people, it's on us. I hope you know that.
Well, obviously I didn't help. I didn't help that situation at all. I'm supposed to get a healer, right? Is it down here? Is that the... I think that's the waypoint I'm looking for, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
No one's stopped me yet.
It is. You must act when it's wise, and stay silent, just as equally.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Whoa! That was cool!
Gren, give him a chance. You, step back. Go join the other tieflings.
If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I'll go where I please. I'm not looking for trouble. Can you just let me by? I don't want to be aggressive.
Find trouble all the same unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Man, why are people so mean? Why can't anybody just be polite to each other?
I wish I could understand you.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
You convinced them to stay. You play as Bard. Nice. I am not, I'm not a good decision maker. Because I don't look at my stats, right? So I don't know what I'm actually good at. Oh, that is so gross.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest. Girl, you mean parasite?
She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks.
Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil.
What an adorable snake.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
You're a jerk. How do I see my stats? How do I see my stats? Alright, Nier, go eat. I probably won't be playing for much longer anyway. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna go with whatever. You act harshly, rashly as a concerned viper would. Free the child, or more tieflings will interrupt you. Let's try that one. I have 0 bonus. All right. Oh, we got 11. Yay! Put your mouse about the gray words. Okay. I'll do that next time.
A gathered herd of the devils would indeed be disruptive.
It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Tila is badass. I like Tila. What's wrong?
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just...
I'm liking it, yours truly. I'm still, like, at the very, very beginning, so I'm not even anywhere near, like, far enough to be able to say, yeah, this, like, story is amazing. I have no clue what's going on, but I'm literally at the very top of the game. How badly does it hurt?
quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
Are you sure it's not connected to the tadpoles? Yeah. We don't need to know. She's telling me, so we'll just go with that. I think that... Oh. We should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
If you're not comfortable, I won't press you.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Alright. I like Shadowheart so far. Alright, let's talk to Kaga.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Oh, I'm already in conversation. I'll do it in just a second. Only a monster would threaten a child. You're protecting your own. Sometimes cruelty is required. Honestly, I just wanted to see what would happen. Your iron will is impressive, if a touch inflexible.
You speak in paradox. I care not for steel, but I know if it bends, it breaks. I will not allow this grove to be broken.
I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
Zevlor believes his people will perish on the road.
And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
I guess I should speak to Zevlor.
Do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
You're going to die, you dumb leader. Aye. Okay, so these are the ones like intelligence, wisdom. So my intelligence is -1, dex is that. Charisma is 0, damn. So I gotta go for like dexterity or wisdom if I can. Okay.
Can't give up now.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time doing this kind of stuff, only because I just get way overwhelmed. Honestly, you're probably going to hate the way that I play, Nier. I can tell you're far more detailed than I am, but I'm fine with playing on the cuff, you know? Or off the cuff, whatever it is, whatever that saying is. Zevlor.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
That smile. I hope we'll meet again under better circumstances. I saved your daughter. Got anything more than thanks for me? This could have ended badly. Keep her in line from now on. No more light-fingered antics, right, Arabella?
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you.
You're a D&D player, that's why. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna pay for it in the long run, but that's okay.
Not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't care about us.
Oh, I can sell stuff. Wait, hold on. Inventory. Gonna keep my staff, but gloves of power. On a melee hit, possibly inflict a -1d4 penalty to the attack. Guess. I don't know. I think... Ooh. A ritual staff. All the stats seem the same. It just looks cooler. What does it look like when it's... Oh, that looks so much cooler. I'm just gonna go for it because it looks cooler.
What am I to do?
How do I... Send to Shadowheart? Send to Shadowheart? I don't know which weapon she's gonna use, but we'll... Astrian, I don't know. Astrian. Okay.
I'm ready.
2-7, that's the same. 2-7, that's the same, but it has a different type of attack. So let's go with that one. Then the shield, +2/+2. This one just looks cooler with a spiky one. Actually, this one looks more. This one looks more menacing, but okay, we'll just leave it at that. How about you? Watch your back. Oh, this one's better. Seems to be the same. 4-11, 4-11. Yeah, these are the same. Okay. Ha, he's got underwear. That's amazing. Okay. I do. I just haven't been doing it because I've been playing Elden Ring. But for me, Elden Ring is part of the Soulsborne series, right? So it's pretty much the same. But yeah, I do play Dark Souls. I usually play it with my brother. I was playing Dark Souls until I got Elden Ring. But the Soulsborne games are just always on rotation on my channel.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
Oh, the lighting on, what's his name? Asterion or whatever his name is. The lighting looks so good. How his hair is slightly blowing. That's awesome. Leaving the grove is the best option. I can help. Let's help. I feel like staying here is just asking for trouble, but then going out there is also asking for trouble. Can you delay the ritual?
Saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense.
Then why don't you get rid of her?
A low thought. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that. But they've already let you pass once.
I'm not a murderer for hire.
Me either. But to get these people to safety, there's nothing I won't do. You'd be well rewarded for the risk. But if that won't sway you, there's nothing more to discuss.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes, of course. Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road, goblins or no.
I've been asked to escort you out of here.
Korga's twisted your mind as well. Please, just listen. Sending us out there is a death sentence. But there is another way. If you want to turn your blade on anyone, turn it on the goblins. You won't be able to cut them all down. There's a horde of them out there.
But they're ill-disciplined. It's unusual for them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter.
It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
Yeah, let's kill the... That's a good option.
Camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Okay, I'll do that. I can do that. I didn't want to murder somebody. I do not mind doing that, but now the real question is, how the heck do I get there? Defeat the goblins. Travel to the goblin camp. Okay, so we're going this way. Okay. That shows up, but that's... Yeah, I can't get there through here, right? Oh, I can. Okay, I can climb through here. Never mind. Infinity Gamer, hello. You go ahead and be here in spirit. You go ahead. Did I hear murder somebody? Merle, you're so dark. I love it. Okay. I gotta go this way. Okay. Wait a minute. No. How do I get out of here? This is like a dead end or something. Oh, climb this wall. Okay. I was like, what the heck? It told me to go out here for nothing. I was wrong. Oh, what's in here? A potion and some gold. Nice. Whoa. But how do I get down there? Like, how do I, okay. How do I get down? Is there a climb down? I don't see a way down, so maybe over here. No, can't get there. I got up to there, but that's a dead end. So it looks like the map is just not leading me in the right way, so I'm gonna have to go out a different way, maybe? Maybe out a different way. Wait, over there. Go to the hatch. Go to the hatch. Out the stone door. Oh wait, I'm supposed to find a healer too, right? I've played a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. I did it on stream and nobody watched it, so I stopped playing it. And then I just never went back to it, and now I lost the disc, so I can't even play it. Oh, what is happening here now?
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Shut up, those words could be your last. Step between the crossbow and the goblin.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too? You, move!
Lower the crossbow, or I'll deliver you right to your brother. No, shoot me. Should be easy, right? I sense the pain you carry, but killing this creature will not ease your burden. Boom. Yeah, Red Dead is definitely a good game. I enjoyed it when I played it, but because nobody was watching it on stream, and this is pretty much the only time I ever game, I never spent time with it. And then I lent it to Alana, and then neither of us have any idea where it ended up. Like, I don't know if she gave it back. She doesn't know if she gave it back. She's checked some of the consoles, and we couldn't find it inside. There's one more console I need to check. Hopefully it's in there, but I don't even know where it is. That's why I haven't played it. I've been considering buying it on PC, but I can't bring myself to spend the money when I already own it. Man, it's a pattern. Did I have to find a healer? I'm kind of growing accustomed. I'm calling him Spiky, because he's got spiky teeth.
You're
wish you weren't. I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Because she's not a practice target, she's a person. If she dies, she'll take everything she knows to the grave. A goblin prisoner, her life isn't yours to take. Because vengeance eats people alive, you'll grant goblins 2 victories this day.
You'd better be right.
It's alright, Arca. Let's go.
Yay!
You thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
Oh, shut up, goblin. I just saved your life. Stop complaining. Can't reach that. What's in here? Equipment chest? Nothing. What's in here? Equipment chest? Nothing. Okay. What the? Let me out of here.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids and your birdies. I could use the target practice.
Hello, Ty. How you doing? How was work? I'm assuming you're home now.
I swear that Ox's gaze is following me.
Oh. Ox makes you uneasy. Try to discern why. Oh, this is gonna be bad. We're gonna lose this one. Not even close. I'm not intelligent enough for it. I hope the coaching goes okay. I hope the coaching goes okay and you're not too tired. Well, you Ox, obviously I can't figure out what's wrong with you, so we'll just move.
We have to look after ourselves. That's what Mole says.
That girl. I don't care what Mole says. I smell drama amongst these adventurers. What have you heard?
Keep their confidence if you insist.
I'm so not in the right spot. I'm so lost right now. It went terribly, really? Terribly, like legitimately terribly, or terribly as in you thought you would do better and you didn't, so you're really disappointed in yourself? Bit of A and a bit of B. Well, you still have a month, and you have been pushing yourself really, really hard. So, give yourself a little bit of leeway. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes we're the ones that are actually, like, making ourselves fail only because we're so stressed out about it. I'm hoping that that's what the case is. Okay, wait, can I just like fast travel here? Cancel. I can, okay. $700 topics, that's insane. That was like the nursing thing. When I was in nursing school, the final exam, we were already prepping for, what the heck? Did you see that? Did that just like shake? I thought I saw it like do a weird thing. Maybe it's just my vision. Anyways, the nursing exam, we were already prepping for it by the time I had to drop out. And a big part of it is that you have to learn everything, and then it's your luck for what they're going to actually... Oh man, that is really far away. Okay, can I not... Can I like unclick that? I guess not. Okay. So it's really luck based, because what they do is it's 700 different... No, the test was 300 questions out of a possible 2,500. And what they do is they have them all split up randomly, and you'll just get random tests based on whatever questions they choose. And so the problem that arises with the nursing exam, I'm guessing yours is very similar. The problem that arises with the nursing exam is that you might be very proficient at like writing the nursing diagnosis and the treatment plans and all of that, but you might really suck at like naming medications. but then your test is all about medications and you fail because the one thing you're weak at is what your whole test is basically based around. Or you get a test that's all nursing diagnosis, but you suck at everything else and you still pass, but you end up being a terrible nurse because you actually suck as a nurse. That's one of the big downsides to the way that the nursing testing is done. And then as the student, it really sucks because you never know what to study, because you can study everything and then you end up getting questions that you are the weakest in, and no matter how much you studied, you were going to lose anyway.
Really miss about Baldur's Gate. The food. Freshest fish I've ever had.
Yeah, see, and I was really good at pregnancy. I was pretty good at. I was really good at the renal system. I got very good at how your kidneys and all that worked. I was pretty good on the infection process. And with medications, my biggest weakness was the multiple names that one medication can have. That was really hard for me. It doesn't stick. I was also really bad at, and this has to do more with my spectrum issue than anything else, is they would ask you a question, like they would give you a breakdown of a patient, and then they would ask you what the best action would be. But I can never just pick A, B, or C. Like, there was reasoning behind what I would choose, and you can't give reasoning when you answer in the exam, and that I really hated that. I hated that so much. But medications was the one that I really struggled with. Yeah, like, I don't know how his was doing it. In my school, you had to answer all the questions, but once you reached a certain threshold, you were good. You were going to pass no matter what. And again, based on the luck of what kind of exam you got, you could be very lucky and have only the sections that you're really good at, and then you answer the questions and you pass pretty easily. Or you could be really unlucky and get a whole slew of questions that you absolutely sucked at and you were going to lose. And that was the thing for me, is I was very good hands-on. That was my strength, is hands-on care. That I could do no problem. But the second you questioned me about what I was doing, I had a very hard time saying what I was doing, despite knowing in my brain why I was doing it and going through the whole process properly. Because it wasn't like, oh, I know how to give an injection. I knew how to give an injection, and I knew the process for it and how to, like, you know, evaluate and reevaluate and make sure that I was doing it all right. But the second you asked me, you know, why are you doing this step? I knew why I was doing it. I just couldn't get the words out to say it. That always screwed me up. And then obviously the test is all written. So it was all really hard for me to always get through that part. What happened here?
Thought you was busy with the lads in Elson's Grove.
The goblins need to be dealt with, so I'm dealing with them.
Bet you will too. Just like my mates here did. Contract cleverly left out, we'd be tits deep in these buggers.
Oh, what was the contract?
The kind that leaves half your crew dead. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic.
Yeah, and for me, diabetes, super easy, because my dad was diabetic and I'm pre-diabetic, so I grew up with it my whole life. So diabetes is something that I really understand. But then something like the infection process, which is like the way that your body reacts to an infection, whether it's because of a wound or because you got sick, that I am horrible at. That was the one class that I very nearly failed because I just, it wasn't sticking in my brain. I just could not get it to make sense. Once we got past the infection process, I was fine. You know, the breakdown of how infections work, that was fine. It was more about like the physical process of like what cells do what and what order the cells work in and how that infection process spreads. None of that stuck. I hated it. I hated it so much. You never had a test like that? Okay. Yeah, the drugs have weird names, and they all generally do the same thing, but they all do them slightly differently. And everything has multiple names, right? Like you have the generic name, and then you have the brand name, and the test will ask either or, and you have to just know. And that's the hard part, is sometimes you just have to know. And that's what happened to me. The one of the last exams that I took was medications, and it was 60 questions. The test was worth 30% of her final grade. And I wasn't there for that week. I got really sick. And then I went in on the Friday and there was an exam and I had no idea, a test, and I had no idea. And I didn't do that class because I was sick. And so I went in not knowing anything. And then I studied the wrong spots when I found out that we had this test. When I saw it online on the day before going into class, I studied all the wrong sections because I didn't have the right sections because I hadn't gone to class. And I went in, it was all guessing for me. But yeah, it really sucked when they would like mention the generic name for one question, and then they would mention the brand name for the next question, which was a follow-up to the first question, and I would get confused because I thought they were talking about something totally different. And so like it's rough. It's so rough. Medications, I hate them. I hate them so much. See, and for us, Merle, for college they have that, but then we have like the licensing exam, and the licensing exam is completely random. And so when you go for your license, that's what ends up happening. So I would have tests for all of my classes individually through college, and then I could get certified and everything was set to go, but I couldn't get my license. And the license was done by the government, and then the government would just choose random subjects and give it to you. And the thing is, there was 7 separate tests, I want to say. I can't remember now, it's been a few years, but I think there's 7 different tests, and each test has random subjects picked with random questions. And there's variants, like a variety of the 7 tests. There's slightly different changes between them. But like, you know, test 1 might talk about diabetes, and they might talk about Alzheimer's, dementia, and then they might talk about nursing care plans. And that's what the test is about. The other one might be talking about the way that the renal system works, and how oxygen gets distributed in the body, and how the liver works. But that one's not going to ask you about Alzheimer's at all. And so they just randomly choose one of the tests, and then that's the test you're going to get. And good luck to you if you end up passing. Their idea is you should be so well ready that no matter what subject they question you on, you're going to be able to answer it. But like I said earlier, the downside is that you might be really, really good at 2 subjects, and that's what your exam is on, and then you pass, but you're actually a horrible nurse and you don't know anything. Or you could be very, very good at your job, but you get the tests in a way that you don't really understand them, and then you fail. It makes it kind of unfair at times. Okay. But gold ain't any use to if you're too cold to spend it. Let's say I want the gold. Where would I find the relic? You're giving up. I might take a shot at it myself.
Have at it, if you think you can do better.
It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. Goblins made short of the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
That or a crock of shite.
I'll take the contract.
I'm just glad to be rid of the bloody thing.
Happy hunting.
Happy hunting. And yeah, there are some drugs that you'll not see very often, or there are drugs. It's kind of like illnesses. Not really diagnosis, because nurses don't diagnose, but you have to know what the different illnesses are. And there are illnesses that there's just a slight difference between the symptoms from one to the other, and it's a totally different diagnosis. And it can be really, really hard to differentiate. And it's the same with drugs. The 2 drugs can do the exact same thing, but they do them in a slightly different way. And their names can be very similar. And you have to try to remember what the differences are and how they affect the body differently. And then remember what drugs will interact with what drugs, and how one interacts and how the other one interacts, and if it's going to make the interaction worse. Or it just gets so complicated. And it can be really frustrating at times. Because sometimes 2 drugs will interact in a way that makes them stronger in a good way, and sometimes they'll interact in a way that makes them stronger in a bad way. And this one, I never learned what the details were because privacy, and it wasn't my patient. But one of my classmates got kicked out of the program completely, like kicked right out. He had to start from scratch again if he wanted to. And this was on our like second to last semester. We were in the hospitals. We were already working as nurses. We were nursing students, but we were working as nurses doing the full care. You know, giving injections, giving medication, all of that. And he had a patient, and one of the rules when giving medications is you have to see what the interactions are between the drugs, and you have to take the people's vital signs, because we were in what they called the medicine wing, which is it was a variety of everything. Like, we had people that were terminal, we had people that were in because of like post-surgery care, and it was a mix of all the different types of diseases. So it was really, really cool, because, you know, sometimes you'll get put into like an Alzheimer's wing, and all you're going to deal with is Alzheimer's. You'll have different diseases within the old people, but Alzheimer's is your main concern. But here it was everything. Like, I had one guy who had just been diagnosed with terminal cancer, had been given 2 months to live. I had another guy who was terminal, and I don't remember now what was wrong with him, but basically he was so delicate that when we would change his diaper, we had to have like the whole floor in the room with him, because he was so delicate that even turning him could kill him. So it was like a super, super delicate situation. I had another guy who had an infection in his hand, and he was diabetic, and the infection had gone gangrene, and he was going to lose his hand, but the doctor, he was refusing to accept getting the amputation. So the doctor was doing everything possible. I got to watch them like open his finger up and like pull out all the dead skin and stuff. It was, oh, that was rough. But anyways, so we had that floor, and one of the things you do when you give medications is you have to see if their vital signs are okay for this medication, because there are certain levels that you have to be at to take a medication for it to be safe. So like for me, I take blood pressure medications. If my blood pressure is low, you wouldn't give me the blood pressure medication because it could lower it to the point where I, you know, collapse. So my medication isn't very powerful, but if I was older, if I was sickly, you would really want to be on top of that. And so this one patient, again, I don't know the details because I wasn't his nurse, but my classmate was. They had one medication and their vital signs did not match the medication. So he was supposed to pull the medication. But because we were nursing students, they were not technically, under the law, our patients, because we don't have a license to protect us. So we were working under the staff's license, and each one of us got paired with a nurse, and that was the nurse that we had to report to if anything went wrong. We had a teacher that watched us, but we had the nurse that was actually putting their neck out on the line for us. And so if anything went wrong, it was the nursing teacher that would actually end up in trouble, not us, and not even the nurse that was on the floor, but it was their patient, right? And so the rules were that if there was a problem with their vital signs and you couldn't give them the medication, you go and get the nurse and you tell the nurse, hey, you know, I took the vital signs, this and this is what I'm seeing. I know they need these vital signs for this medication. I'm thinking of not giving it. Is that okay? This student didn't do that. This student just didn't give this person the medication. But it turns out that the reason they were on the medication was for something totally different. I don't know what the medication was. Again, I'm making this up, complete example, but like for me, I take blood pressure medication because my blood pressure is always high. If I have low blood pressure, you don't give it to me. Well, they took his vitals, and the medication was a blood pressure medication, let's say, and his blood pressure was already low. So they're like, oh, we're not going to give it to him because his blood pressure is low. He doesn't need it. But they were giving it to him for a different reason, for off-label reasons. It wasn't for the blood pressure. So they didn't need to consider their blood pressure. It was, they knew he had low blood pressure, but they're going to give it to him anyway for the other reasons. And they didn't tell the nurse. The guy went full code blue. Like, he went into the ICU and everything after that, and he was in a full-blown coma because he went code blue because he didn't get this medication. So this student almost killed this patient because they didn't do their job, because they weren't well versed enough to know that there are off-label uses for medications, and he wasn't privy to that. And so he needed to go talk to the nurse before he made a decision, and he made a decision without talking to the nurse. Mind you, this guy, not nursing material at all. Like, I am glad he got kicked out. I am sad that it waited that long for them to kick him out, because he was useless. He was really good at tests. He was really good at answering questions. Anytime we had questions in class, he knew the answers. He was very book smart. Useless as a nurse, to the point where, you know, our patients were fairly delicate. Most of them couldn't get to the bathroom, so they would use a commode, or they would use the little bedpan. And one of the patients he had was one that couldn't really move at all, and wasn't able to fully like respond or ring for the bell or anything. And the nurse told him to put this patient on the commode. He put the patient on the commode, or on the bedpan. 2.5 hours later, the nurse asked if he had a bowel movement. The dude forgot to take him off the bedpan. So the poor guy ended up with bed sores because he was on this hard plastic bedpan, because the student just forgot to take him off the bedpan. Like, that's inexcusable. That's really basic. Then there was another time where he put him on the bed, but a different patient on the bedpan, did all the care. And then when they asked, okay, how much did he pee? Did he go poo? He didn't know. How do you not know if your patient peed or pooed? You literally put them on a bedpan. It is like a bucket. There is nowhere for the pee to go. It's not like if they're on the toilet and they can flush it and then you didn't see it. It's on a bedpan. When you took them off the bedpan, did you clean it? Did you dump it? Was there poop in it? He had no idea. Didn't pay attention at all. Useless as a nurse. I was really, really frustrated when I saw the whole Code Blue thing happen, because he should never have been that far into the nursing program, because he was completely useless. It was really scary to see that. It was really scary to see that. To spend a certain amount of hours working in healthcare, rectify medical math. See, and here you don't. It may have changed by now, but I know that up until a little while ago, you didn't actually have to work as a nurse. You could just keep renewing your license. You just pay a fee, and then they might ask you, they ask you to like write a journal and all this kind of stuff of like what you learned and what mistakes you made and what you could fix. And then they look at your history to see if you're eligible for a renewal. I think you do have to have some kind of healthcare work in the last year to renew, but every year you have to renew your license. But yeah, no, you pay $300, I think, for the nursing exam. And they only give you a certain amount of tries. I think it's something like 3 tries. And if you fail all 3 times, they make you take a course to refresh to see if you can take the test again, because clearly you're not getting it. But yeah, you have to pay a separate exam that's licensed by the government specifically. So the school you go to doesn't actually provide the licensing. All they do is they have a license with the government that the government has looked at what they're teaching you, and they say, yes, this qualifies, this is good enough. And then you get all your certification from the school, and when you apply for the test, you show them, I trained at a school you guys said is okay for me to train at. And then that's the only prerequisite, is that you have trained somewhere that they said is okay for you to train at, and then you take the test. But the test is totally separate. It's run by the government, and the licensing is by the government. The school, all they do is just check you off and say, okay, you did everything you were supposed to do. Now you're free to take the test if you want. And then there's like rules. You have to do so many hours in the hospital. You have to do so many tests in school. You have to do so many hours of hands-on training with the school. So there's a bunch of stuff like that. Like we had specialty rooms with like mannequins in beds, but the mannequins were like hooked up to a computer. So it would breathe. It would have bowel movements. It would urinate. You would have emergencies happen. I had one where I went in and my patient had C. difficile. And so we had to do all the precautionary care, and then they went into full cardiac arrest. So I had to jump on his chest and do, CPR compressions and call for help and call Code Blue and all this stuff. And then they filmed it, and then we got to watch it afterwards. And while they were filming it, they had the instructors in the room watching us, and the classmates were watching us, and they would tell the instructor they did this wrong, they did this right, they shouldn't have done it this way, they should have done it that way. It was really cool. It was super high tech. Super, super high tech. I think a 3-day test to report people are it's it goes to show how many rules, Ty, they're willing to bend for healthcare, because the government does not respect healthcare. Our government in general, all of the government, I'm not saying one particular side, all of our government in general doesn't respect healthcare enough. They don't understand how delicate people are and how intense it is of what we do, that we should have better training and better testing than we do. Because I have worked with some people that it's embarrassing how bad they are. When I was working as a PSW, they had me do a lift training. You have to do lift training for anybody that uses a lift. You have to always do it for the patient. And I did lift training with one patient, and I had to go in with 3 other people who were seeing the same patient, and we were there with the nurse, because the nurse has to observe us doing it and sign off on it. She had all the wrong equipment. She gave us all the wrong instructions. I had to step in, and I was like, that's wrong, right? Like this and this is wrong. The sling was too big. I was like, the sling's too big, right? Like that's a problem, and all this stuff. And she had no idea what I was talking about. And she was a nurse. And she's like, have you been doing this for a while? I'm like, I've been a PSW for 15 years and I was in nursing school. Like I was ready to graduate right before the pandemic. She goes, oh, I graduated right when the pandemic started. So you're a brand new nurse, but you know less than I do and you have less experience than I do. Yet you're the one that's supposed to be training me. How is that? How are you training me and you have less experience than I do? And I clearly did better in nursing school than you did because I knew the answers to these questions and you didn't. But our government just doesn't respect healthcare enough. It's really sad because it's really dangerous. It's really dangerous. Yeah, see, and ours is run by the government. Like we have the nursing, it's called ONA, I think, the Ontario Nursing Association, and they're the ones that do the licensing, but they're observed by the government. The government is the one that gives them the licensing and the ability to do that, but they're self-governed. So if I do something wrong, it's other nurses that are going to reprimand me and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, it's one license from the government. And if I get licensed here, it can get transferred in other parts of Canada, but not necessarily. So it's pretty well regulated here, but our healthcare isn't as good as it is out there. So it's a weird, it's a lot of government mumbo jumbo. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. No worries, Ty. I have to get stopped soon anyway, in a couple of minutes. I know you're there. Show yourselves.
You spotted us. Good. It's like they say, no fun in skewing a pig what doesn't know he's cooked.
There'll be no skewering happening here. Let me pass. Curious, I had almost the exact same thought when I saw you.
We got you surrounded. Here's how this goes. You take one step further, and we'll fill your front with arrows.
Nothing near. I've been talking the whole time.
And your backside gets the same treatment.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Out of my way, or I'll cut you down first. Just let me by and we'll pretend this never happened. Can I look at I can't even look at my character when I'm in this situation. Well, let's go with intimidation. Oh, 15. Come on, 20. Come on, 20. 19. Yes.
Hold up, lads. This one might be more than we bargained for. Go on, then. Just keep your nose clean.
Yeah, the States is even worse than we are when it comes to how they regulate their licensing, but it's not much better here. It's not much better here. We have people like, especially the lower end stuff, like nurses are far more regulated, but a big problem that ends up happening is we have different levels, right? Like legally, I was a nursing assistant, a registered nursing assistant. They just started registering fairly recently. But I was a registered nursing assistant, and here they called them PSWs, personal support worker. And I was going to school to be a practical nurse, which is in our government is still a nurse. They're just not a university trained nurse. They were a college trained nurse. And the program I was in, once I completed that, all I had to do was an extra year and a half and I could be a full blown registered nurse. But it was really expensive and it was very, very high intensity. Like you didn't get summer break or any of that. Like you just went straight through for a year and a half. But the registered nurse and the practical nurse learn a lot of the same skills, but the regular registered nurse does a lot more book learning. So they understand a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff. The problem is that our practical nurses are not always as well trained. And so they don't always know why they're doing what they're doing. And so what our government does is they look at our budget and they go, oh, we're spending too much money on registered nurses. So they cut the budget and then they bring in a lot more practical nurses in. Then the practical nurses make more mistakes. So then the healthcare drops. And so the government goes, oh, the healthcare is dropping. Let's put more money in it. And then they hire more registered nurses. And every few years, it's back and forth between the two. So they included the nursing assistant now, who isn't regulated by anybody. We're just registered. But those people are so severely undertrained that when I was in nursing school, I was shocked at some of the things I was doing and how dangerous they actually were. That I had no idea how bad it was, the things that I was doing as a nursing assistant, that how dangerous it could be. Like if I made one mistake, I could kill somebody. And I had no idea. And I've worked with people because I used to train for one of the companies that I worked for. I trained the newcomers. And there was one lady that was going on about how she was like 20 years in the business and she knows what she's doing, but she couldn't even empty a catheter bag. And for those who have never worked in healthcare, a catheter bag is like your pee goes in it. It's for somebody who can't use the bathroom for one reason or another. They can't get out of bed, or they literally can't pee naturally, so they use that to get the pee out. But the bags are usually made of like rubber almost. It's a plastic, and then at the bottom there's usually a little spout that you can empty it from. And so they open in different ways. Some of them are like a clamp, and then you just like flip it open and it pops open. Other ones are a twist top. But that's it. Like that's pretty much the only two you're going to see. And then all you do is just like, because it folds up into like a holder. So it's not always like dripping or opening. So it folds up. All you do is just take it out of the holder and then open the clamp and then you empty it. And that's it. There's nothing to it. This woman with 20 years experience didn't know how to do that. I trained her for 2 weeks, 5 days a week for 2 weeks. And she still couldn't do it at the end of 2 weeks. How is this woman, and the person we were taking care of was incredibly high needs. He was paralyzed from the neck down. And we had to, use a full machine to get him out of bed. We had to do special exercises with him. Because of his paralysis, he couldn't cough because his diaphragm was super weak. So even for coughing, this is something that I didn't feel very comfortable doing, but we would have to squeeze his stomach as he tried to cough to get the air to come out so he could cough. We had to do that with him. We had to do something that was highly illegal. And because our government just doesn't care, they were allowing us to do it, which is disgusting. But we had to help him have a bowel movement, like physically. I'm not going to go into detail, but we had to physically help him have a bowel movement, which is something that we're not supposed to be doing legally without a nurse watching us do it. And we had zero training. And this woman had to do all that. And she couldn't empty a catheter bag. That's something that you learn like on your very first day of hands-on training. Like it's not a complicated thing to do. And she couldn't figure it out after 20 years. That is how pathetic our training is here, where you're getting people coming in to do some fairly intense work and they're too dumb to even know how to empty a catheter bag, but we're supposed to trust them. It's weird, but yet everything is super regulated here. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. But yeah, it was... it's disheartening. It's really disheartening, especially because in my class, I was on the dean's list. I was one of the top in my class. I was like the 4th best grades in my program out of like the 150 in my same level. And there was a girl who was the top or the bottom 4. She was one of the worst students. She is now a nurse. She is a full-blown nurse, and she had zero clue what she was doing. She cheated on multiple tests. We watched her cheat on multiple tests. She had zero idea what she was doing. I wouldn't even trust her to give me a Band-Aid, and she's a full-blown nurse now. It is scary. Like, it's scary. It's so scary sometimes. But yeah, anyways, I should probably get going. I've been live for almost 3 hours. So I pushed it a bit further. I'm really liking this game. We'll probably continue playing it on and off. I don't know how often I'll play it, but we're definitely going to continue playing it because I'm liking it a lot. Especially rolling the dice. I didn't think that feature would be that much fun. It's really fun. It's cool. It's kind of like mini gambling. But yeah, I will not be live tomorrow. I should be live the next day, hopefully. And depending on my energy, maybe we'll play some Resident Evil. We'll see. I'm hoping to start an hour earlier than I did today, but I can't promise anything. It kind of depends on how my sleep schedule settles down. But if not, it'll be at the same time as today. Give or take a couple of hours, But yeah, everybody have yourselves a good day. Ty, I hope that your session goes okay. Keep yourself going. Keep yourself going. Yeah, this game is fun. This game is really fun, especially because it's more tactical. So there's no emergency for me to react, and we're able to kind of talk as I'm doing it. So I do like it. I'm having fun. I'm really having fun with this. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. TikTok, everybody, thank you for being here. I will see you all in a couple of days. Take care. Bye-bye. And Merle and Ty, thank you for hanging out and being here. And have yourselves a good day. I hope you're all going to be well rested, and you know that your evening all goes okay, or Merle, that your night goes okay. All right, everybody, I'll see you later.